Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I'm excited that you're here today because we're going to be talking about the new Prada foundation, which rumor has it will be showing up at Sephora. Very excited. I've been dying to try this foundation. I finally, when it launched on the website here, I was considering ordering it from UK, but I still haven't done like the Selfridges thing yet, like where you pay for the shipping. So we're going to talk about this. And I know it's kind of weird that we're going to go a different direction, but I saw that these YSL little clutch eyeshadows are coming back into stock. And there's one that I haven't shown you yet. It's called Babylone Roses, and it's in stock at Sephora at the moment, so I thought we would play with this a little bit tonight. I wasn't really planning on filming, but I don't know. I just kind of like got excited. And I have a few more little treats over here and stuff, but so we're going to do our complexion first because after skincare, I can't think of anything more important than foundation. I should tell you a couple things about me and foundation. I don't like full coverage. I don't like matte. I have, hang on, let me find the brush. Oy. Okay, so we're going to do a few different things. I also got the brand new brush from Phytosurgence, and it's made to work with their bronzers that I'm in love with, and we're going to try out this brush tonight. And then a surprise, like a little nothing purchase that I really am enjoying. I'm going to do a couple blushes from Phytosurgence, so it'll be great. Let's get started. I am hoping that you will subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and you can visit me on Instagram. I'm getting into threads a little bit, and yeah, it's all coming together. I think I'm gonna pull my hair back because I got it done today, and I like it to look good for like more than 5 seconds and not get a bunch of foundation stuck in it. Thank you, Michelle, for giving me beautiful hair. We're going to do a whole hair video. We've already talked about it. I am 100% going to be honest with you guys about everything. I will not be using filters. I will not be doing any retouching. Unless it's like a picture of my dog or something like that. But nothing that you would want to see that I would feel like I was not giving you the best possible view and chance of seeing it. I don't want to trick anybody or anything like that. I'm here because I'm a teacher, and right now I'm not teaching, and this is my passion. I have been passionate about makeup and beauty for a really long time, and I'm excited to be on here and to have people join, and just I love interacting with everybody on social media about all the things we're excited about. And this Prada foundation is one of them. I haven't heard one person say anything negative about it. It's got a pump and it's refillable. This whole thing comes out. This is plastic. The jar that goes inside of here is glass. I will put the prices down. I have no affiliate codes or anything yet. I'm just me showing you what I'm doing. All right, so Prada foundation. This is kind of the consistency of it. It's a pretty good shade match for me. It's a little bit light, like kind of like me in the winter. And I did order, I think, the 10 or the 15. This is the LC5. I love the texture of this, and I love just being able to spread something so thinly on the skin that has such an impact. I'm just using a very old, I'm sure they don't make it anymore. It was probably from the Stone Age. It's an It Cosmetics, really soft brush that I like to use sometimes when I want to do a really thin application of this, which is where I'm at tonight. I'm not here to get rid of all of my skin problems. I'm going to just show you some makeup and try out the foundation again. Now, I will tell you that I wore this foundation today, and when I tried it the other day, I had a bunch of stuff on my face and I hadn't done my regular skincare. I love the way that this looked today, and it is a really flexible, I think, a little bit with shades, because right now it's going on very light coverage. I think you can build up to like a solid medium. We can definitely try like in some of my sunspots, but I just love the fact that it is disappearing into my skin. And there's so many foundations that like sit on top. And this one, I'm pulling this mirror over here in case you're wondering why I'm looking over here. I need to see. There we go. I've been moving stuff around today. This just doesn't want to sit here. Why are you so rattly? Okay. I think we're good. Anyhow, this is less than one pump, and it has covered the parts of my face that I want it to cover, because I see foundation as something that evens out my skin tone and gives me a nice canvas to work on, but it's not going to correct all my problems. That is going to be the job of a concealer. And I'm going to be a broken record today with my concealer choice, but I'm still going with it. My concealer choice these days is Live Tinted, and this is a fantastic duo. You get a color corrector. There are 3 to choose from, and there are 20 shades of this concealer at Ulta. I'm so impressed by the CEO. You've got to go and visit their website. She became famous because she covered her face down, under her eyes. She's of South Asian descent, and she used red lipstick, and I guess it went completely viral. And I'm too old to know about those kind of like cool things. But she got like insta famous, and then it turned into a real business, and now they have tons of different products for people of all skin tones. She wants everybody to have a match, and so do I. Just gonna put a little bit here because I just feel like, I don't know, like I need a little extra help there today. Okay, so I am going to take my Angie Hot and Flashy 506. I'm going to order more of these. I am like so into it. When you're doing your color corrector, you only want to correct where the darkness is, not necessarily where you have like a puff or a trough. You have to go where it's dark. And then when you get into where it's dark, it's all going to smooth out. Let me take a little drink. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with the concealer. Their concealer has a little brush on it. Sometimes I put it on a palette and just kind of like dab, but I think we're just going to do this for tonight, since this is going to be a very quick video. I'm going to go back to my Angie Hot and Flashy over here, and I am bouncing. Turn my phone down. Sorry about that. And I'm bouncing so that I don't move product, but that I am blending and pushing it into the skin. And you can be able to see the difference between the two eyes. I mean, the stuff is genius. It's not thick, it's not heavy, it's light, but it's really got a nice amount of coverage. Like I have to say, I think you could easily build this up to a full coverage. I think it's going on as like a medium right now, but it works in synergy with that color corrector. And it's just such a great duo. I love it. I like to lighten here, here, and here always. Sometimes a little bit down the nose, a little bit over each eye. So I'm just using this concealer because it is lighter. Just there and there. Bridge of my nose. And God, I hate calling these marionette lines or jowls. They're the worst. This is the part of my face that I would like to pick up, starting here. But you can, where those places are showing like, you know, a lot of texture and darkness, you can really do a lot with concealer to bring some light to the area. I'm just going in here on the nasal labial folds. I find that this concealer does a great job of keeping that in check for me during the day. And the nice thing about this concealer and color corrector is that I am noticing a really good wear time. You would think that it would not be terrific because you're working with like the crayon and just like a little, you know, liquid, but that's a huge difference right now. And I'm not going to deal with all my sunspots tonight. I'm just not. Okay. Second surprise was I was at Sephora, just kind of like looking around. And Kaja is a brand that I think is kind of interesting. I love their little bentos with the colors, the different eyeshadows. And I think there's blush ones now. And they have some that are matte and some that are sparkly. The problem that I had with those was that the longevity just wasn't there. Like the color and everything would be gone, and I would just be stuck with the glitter, which is fine. I love glitter, but when I want something to last for a long time, it doesn't. They just put out these juicy gloss. Here, I gotta give you the name. The color name is Plum Paloma. This is the Kaja Juicy Glass Lip Oil. It comes in 4 different colors and flavors. We have Rose Hip Spritz is the pink. There's Raspberry Refresher, Red Raspberry Refresher. Plum Paloma, which is the one that I got. It says Red Plum. And then Grape Glotini, Purple Grape. I went with this one. I went with the Plum Paloma. And there's like a little crystal in here. Can you see that? I don't know. Like, I feel like it gives me good luck or something. It's kind of fun, entertaining. Anyway, I was completely surprised. I was like, yeah, it's a Kaja lip oil. Uh-huh, big deal. Wait till you see how great this is. Now, if you're having like a no makeup day and you just want your lips to look really scrumptious, no liner necessary, nothing, look at that color. And it's not thick. It's cushiony. It's like between a gloss and an oil. I don't know. It is a really nice doe foot, tiny, but curved. And I don't know, look at the color that it's leaving behind on my lips. It's like, hi, I just wanted you to think I have like the juiciest lips in the whole world. So this is just like a little bonus that I found. I think it's like $16, $18. So grab one. You'll love it. You'll throw it in your purse. Get some shine when you're ready for it. It's perfect. We're going to go in with the new brush. This is called the Soft Quill. And it's a very soft brush on the top. And it's got some firmness to it. So like you're going to get, you know, a good amount of being able to do this. But because these top bristles are so soft and then they start to get a little bit more dense as you go, I don't think you're going to have a problem with losing product. I think it's really going to keep it on the cheek. So we're going to christen it and get dirty. I have of the Phytosurgence bronzers, I have numbers 2, 4, and 6 right now. I'm going to get more. They have 6 rosy shades and 6 golden shades. And they've done, I have 3 of the shades here. I've got shades 2, 4, and 6, and they're all from the rosy side. There's also a golden side. These 2 gentlemen, this wonderful couple, who I have really gotten very, very fond of, they own the company, Jason and Tom, and it's a 2-man show. They are out of Canada and British Columbia, and they do everything from sourcing the ingredients to creating the formulas to choosing the colors to doing their own advertising. These guys are on Instagram all the time. You get questions answered. It is just such a great company, and I feel so good shopping at a place where it's, you know, it matters. It's not, they're not like a number. They're people, and they're doing incredible things that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, I just, every time I'm wowed. So they look like this in the pan. When you touch it, it feels kind of like old Play-Doh, maybe. And a little of it'll come off on your finger, but like not much. They're made to be swirled. And that is what I am doing here. And I'm going to go in both directions. Get a nice amount of product on here. I don't want to be too gentle. Okay. I am going to press some of this onto my skin. Now, when I have foundation on, I don't like to take any chances. I like to bounce my products on there. And it just is, it's less disturbing to the makeup underneath. I haven't noticed that this foundation moves, but I'm also wearing it very sheer tonight, almost like a tinted moisturizer. I prepped my skin today with the Chantecaille rose tint under my eyes, and I used the Victoria Beckham primer in the original color, not the golden. Okay, so that was number 2, Rosy Daybreak. Now I'm going to go into Rosy Warmth, which is number 4. And they don't look much different in the pan, but guys, they are. You start to really see the difference in the amount of pigment that you're getting. I'm not super into contouring anymore, but I do like kind of bronzing and just giving myself a little definition. What I found is that, you know, being in my 50s now, I I would love to be able to go down here with whatever I wanted, but it's just going to drag my whole face down. And I've already got this whole situation going on. So I want to bring everything up. So up we go. And the greatest thing about this is that it's seriously like not detectable on the skin in person. Like I could go to the beach, throw a little of this on my really white face that I won't like get tan anymore, and nobody would be the wiser. I mean, it just truly becomes one with your skin, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. All right, let's go to eyes. I have not yet tried this one. It is number 400. I will tell you, these are very, very fragile, first of all. Don't think that because it's a clutch, you can keep it in your clutch, because you can't. One of mine came broken. I sent it back. I got another one. They had the Trocadero Nights, the one that they're using in the holiday palette. It's a repromote from the first round of these when they came out. The gold that's in that one is like this crumbly mess that I don't even understand. Like, I don't know who would approve of that formula. There was no way to make it work. And the silver was pretty that was in it. I can show you 900 silvers if you'd like. So that wasn't worth it to me. And they're incredibly soft the way that they're pressed in, and they're very, very beautiful shadows, but do not get Trocadero Nights no matter what. I'm telling you, unless you go into a store and see if they maybe pulled them back, because I know that was one of the ones that it was kind of mysterious. Like they came out and then they disappeared, and now they're coming out again. And when they announced that they were coming out again, Trocadero Nights 910 wasn't part of that party. And it was odd. People thought it was odd. I thought it was odd. And I'm wondering if they either replaced that one or who knows. But there's something with that. Okay. With this quad, and I'll put it up here also so in case you can't see really. I am going to take a Singe Beauty E01. And a lot of you probably know Angie from YouTube. She's the color queen. She is from Sweden. She is living in Austin, Texas right now with her husband. And she created these brushes that are vegan, cruelty-free, synthetic, that really do act a lot like natural hair brushes. And this one is really great. I love using it out in this outer corner, and I like to start building up just in an up and out shape. As I lose real estate here, I want to gain it over here. So I'm going to start to go out, and everything that I do is going to blow out to here. And I'll just keep darkening that, just patting this on, and then sweeping this in an upward motion. You can use your fingers, kind of spread it out a little bit. Let's do the other side. Going in with patting motions first. Okay, now I'm going to turn this way because my mirror is over here, but I'm creating that same shape. Now, my eyes are not aging the same way exactly. People who are perfectly symmetrical, I don't know that they exist outside of an operating room that could make them like that. But my eyes are different, and I have to keep looking at them to see, like, I think this is down more. So I just want to make sure that I'm going up here and I'm actually placing some shadow so that they're even. Okay, we're going to leave that there for a minute. I'm going to take my finger just into the mat just to deepen right by the lash line. I like having, first of all, I use both hands because I think you get the same angle. But I think that your lashes look so much more lusciously long and thick and beautiful when you use the dark color closer to the lash line over here. Okay, so we have 2 shimmer shades in here. Let's swatch. I forgot to swatch this. Let's swatch. Let's swatch. Obviously, I'm going to move this in the video so that you'll be seeing these swatches, but I forgot to swatch. Okay. So one of them seems more like a topper. Here are the 4 shades that are coming from here. And I will put that up here also. I will swatch these for you on my hand, but I sometimes feel like swatches are very deceptive. I think that things generally look different on the eyes than they do on the hands. I like to look for skipping and pigmentation and stuff like that, but this one, we know it's a good formula. It's YSL. Okay, we're going to go into between these 2, this one has more pigment and this one is more of a topper. So we're going to go on this one next. I am going to use an E03. Try to pick up some of this on a couple different sides of the brush just to be able to cover more space. What I want to do is I want to get my entire mobile lid covered in this shimmer. Look at this color. Have you ever? Oh my gosh, this is really pretty. Like princess pretty. Pretty, pretty princess. Pretty, pretty pony. You know, my sister and I both have boys. And my sister-in-law has boys. We have a lot of boys in our family. So, like, there's all these, running jokes about, the first person that's going to get to, like, buy something pink. My sister and I would walk into the Gap when we had little kids. Baby Gap was popular back then. I hope that it still is, but we would go and we would walk in and we would look at the dresses and we would look at the little flower things and we would go buy the boys what they needed. But both of us were like, we wanted like a little kid to dress. We used to buy clothing for our friends who had girls because. Okay, so this is starting to look nice. I'm looking pretty up close here. Let me get you a little closer so you can see. It's really pretty. See that sparkle? It's like little angel dust everywhere. Love that. I'm going to take the topper shade, which is the one on the right on the top. I'm going to move you back just a little bit so you can see. There we go. And I'm going to use my finger for this one. And I'm just going to see what kind of pigmentation I can get underneath the brow bone. Just get that little shine. And because it's such a light, nice color, I am going to take my Angie Hot and Flashy A504. I'm going to go into that top coat kind of looking one, and I am going to go into my inner corner and bring that up a little. And then I'm going to show you a little trick. Do the same thing on both sides. Going right in here, because this is an area that a lot of people get darkness. And people also don't realize that this whole section right here is all good space to use. Now, the problem with getting older and that space, the problem with this is that this area tends to have more texture on it, i.e. wrinkles. So what I like to do, I'm going to take the Angie 501. I'm going to go into the lighter matte color, and I am literally just going to go over the part of it that's like right here, so that that inner corner still has that glow, and it kind of mixes this in with it, but it flattens out that area of texture that you would normally probably see like over here. So the wrinkles and things are not as obvious because you're using a matte shadow. Now I will say, like, these are really delicate shadows. They're very buttery, very soft, very smooth. I've really liked them. Scott Barnes put out some brushes a while back, and this is one of them. This is his fan brush for the eyes. It literally does all the work while you just sit. It makes a great out flick. It's a fantastic brush for inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to go in just really gently with the matte color. Make sure we've got good coverage there. And now I'm going to go into the darker matte color, tap off my brush, and I'm going to start to build that lower lash line, just like, not even to the middle, like over here. What I want to do is I want to create a nice blended out look above and below. And they're both going to be kind of going up and out into this shape. Now, back when I used to be a youngin', I enjoyed to know, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I got my makeup done and we were playing around at Barney's with the makeup artists. A lot of them are famous now, which is kind of cool. And we would go there and buy makeup instead of eating and go get drinks. But we would always get winged liner, and I was like, make me a 60s eye. I want a 60s eye. So that's what I got. But now I've got all of these just kind of, you know, issues with aging. I will tell you the best weapon against that, first of all, is your fingers. I am going to go into the sparkle shade that was not the topper, but I'm just going to build a little bit on top of what's coming out from the darker that we laid down. This is going to help you get that really pretty blend. The whole thing is you don't want any one color to not look like it's not blended into another. And it's confusing when they tell you to blend out a color with another color. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Right now, I'm just cleaning off my brush, kind of evening things out, kind of looking, assessing, checking to see what I need, how I want to handle the rest of the under eye. I don't want it to go any more that direction, I've decided. So I am going to go in with the fan brush again that I just wiped off on a towel. I'm going to go into the lighter matte color. Okay, so now I'm taking that lighter color and just making this softer by putting it underneath and kind of blending into that other shade. And that's all blending out means. I'm going to look up here and drag a little bit of this darker color up onto the brow bone. And that's what I love, this fan brush, because you can just roll it. He supposedly is redoing his line again. I don't know, there's like another redo I saw, some video. But if he makes this brush, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not kidding. I have a few of them, and I don't think a day goes by that I don't use them. They're amazing. He has a couple brushes that I find like indispensable that we'll talk about at another time. But this is the mini eye fan brush, and it allows me to get my wing-ish. So I started to say, when all of this starts to change, there's a lot of tutorials that I watched where they're going in here and they're showing you how to look in the mirror and do all this stuff, and then you draw it, and then you have to like color it in, and it doesn't really look like a wing unless your eye is wide open. Well, we all talk a lot and move our faces and all kinds of stuff, so it didn't work for me. But what does work for me is thinking about what the wing represents. So if I go into this deeper color and I'm down by my lower lashes over here and I'm just flicking like this, I'm getting that shape that you would get, but you don't have to worry about moving around or it changing. It gives the same effect. What we want to do is we want to create a lifting look. And I'm going to go in with just a blending brush for a minute. I like to blend the brow bone that we talked about, which is our fake crease. I like to keep blending that as we go. I mean, it's just a super easy, quick eye. These mauve tones are so pretty. I think I'm going to wet my brush, and we're going to see. This is the best pickup glittery shade brush in the history of mankind. It is the Refer 21. It's amazing. I'm going to spray this brush with a little of my Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator. And I'm going to go into the shade that was like the topper shade. And before this dries, I'm going to put both sides on here, so I don't have to come back. So I'm going to go straight into here and make sure that I place some of it right at my lash line. Because when you have a hooded eye, the one thing that they see when you open it right there is going to show when your eyes are wide open. And I love having this spotlight that goes all the way back, because sometimes, like I said, you close your eye and sometimes you open your eye. And I just want like some continuity. But see how that like amped up the color? Okay, now I usually evaluate where I'm at here. I'm feeling like I want to put a little of the matte over here, like so we can get like a gradient. I'm definitely a fingers person when it comes to eyeshadows. I think that a lot of the blending that we have to do when we get older, I think that our fingers do a great job. I mean, they're free. You don't have to buy more brushes. And they really do a nice job. And when you're out and you're in a pinch, it's great. Here's the other brush that I love. This one's the 63. And it's a really interesting shaped brush that I've never seen before. So You can see these two together. This one goes a little bit longer, but you pretty much have a fan and a half of a fan. The half of a fan shape, I'm going to put this into the lighter mauve first, the matte one. And if I put this over here, all I have to do is flip, literally. And then this just takes care of itself. It goes nice and up. Do that over here. But this is, see, a lot of these little tweaks and stuff you will do after mascara anyway. As long as you're happy with the depth of color and pretty much your placement, and you've got no more blending to do where things start and stop in a way that doesn't look like you have 4 different colors, but like everything just sort of like melts together into one fabulous eye. Let's talk about blush. The best blush in the world is made by phytosurgeons. I've said it. I've said it. Best cream blush. This color is called Condensate. I just reordered some new ones, so it's like perfect right now. But it's not going to be for long because I want to take some of this nice pale pinky beige. I'm going to take it on an Angie Hot and Flashy A507. You could always tap on your hand. Now, these look scary in the pot. So if I show you a swatch, that's the color. Oh, I've got a golden retriever here. That's the color. And this is that color blended out. Bouncing it on your hand. Again, with bouncing is a way to not disturb the makeup underneath. I've had some questions lately about how you can get things on your face without getting your foundation to lift. And on one hand, I think I'm like, maybe I'm not the best person for that question because I really don't wear foundations that are full coverage or mask-like. I try to keep it natural. We're going to put some mascara on and reevaluate our eyes when we're done. Now, I have a couple different mascaras here, but since I'm feeling kind of fancy, this is the Vast Lash from Victoria Beckham. She has another, let me pull it out. Another mascara. Her mascara that she made first was called the Future Lash, and it is a tubing mascara. I am a tubing mascara girl. I cannot wear something that is not a tubing mascara because I wear so much moisturizer and I need so much hydration that I would be raccoon eyes all the time. Or I'd have crumbling and it was just whatever. This mascara, you can put it on in the morning, you know, a nice light coat because it's a real natural look if you want it to be. But this tubing mascara is unique because it is buildable. You can go back hours later and add to the lash without making it clumpy or weird, and your lashes feel soft all day, no matter how much of this you have on them. It's amazing. This formula I thought was a tubing formula because it does come off with water, but somebody told us that it's a different formula because it doesn't come off in a tube. It just comes off with water. It has a very tightly, I don't know, grouped of little hairs and teeth. Ooh, let's put eyeliner. No, I'm going to show you this first. We want to create a tight line. A tight line is when you go in between each one of your lashes, and when you do that, it makes them look like there are more of them. You can tight line with eyeliner, but you can also do it with mascara, and I want to show you. I'm going to make sure that... Here, I'm going to take this little mirror. Ready? Okay, so I'm going up into here, and I'm wiggling. And when I'm wiggling up against my eye. I gotta look over here. Now, the thing about this mascara is you need to work quickly. You want to do one eye at a time. I like to start out here. I had curled my lashes before I came on. I like to curl my lashes ahead of time. But I use either the rougher or the Surratt when I do it. I am going all the way to the root and wiggling. And what starts to happen is it looks like you have a million more lashes than you do. Now, I dinked. I'm going to dink in every single video from now until the end of time. It is the way of the world right now. I have arthritis problems, and I just don't have the same kind of control that I had before. But it comes out very easily, but you have to do it when it's dry. So I want you to see the difference. It's a really pretty mascara. Really pretty. But when you start to feel that it is getting dry, back up and don't even try to add more because it is just going to clump on you. This is perfect. This is where you want to be. You've got more of a lash going out this way. You're kind of fanned out. You're winning at this point. Do the same thing over here. I'm wiggling and almost blinking into it. If you close your eyes and open them and close your eyes and open them and keep wiggling, you're going to bump yourself again like I just did. But you want to have control so that most of the lashes are fanning outward. And you have a little bit of playtime, you just don't have a lot. All right, we're going to do a little cleanup. When this mascara dries, it flicks off of your face. I always look up here because my lashes are long, so I use a lash serum that I'm in the process of not using anymore because I'm switching from a formula that has prostaglandin in it and one that does not. If you guys do not follow Penn Smith Skincare, she did a whole thing on her channel about new research that's come out, real research, like real medical research, not like a bunch of like nobodies, that it is making hyperpigmentation happen and it's taking away fat from right here. Could they take any other fat away? Be happy to put it somewhere else. So I have to switch serums. But anyway, my lashes sometimes reach the top, so I sometimes have to scrape. And the other thing is, if you have like a nice big fluffy brush, you can go like this. If you have any of like the little fallout, whatever. I have to say, very little fallout with this, and it's very sparkly, like really just sort of angelically pretty. And if you wanted to like amp up your look, I'm going to take my Angie A505, which is kind of flat, okay, and I am going to go back into the darker matte. And you can go right behind the lashes and just deepen that area up like this. Just because now you can see if you have that nice gradient coming out. If you want, you can flick a little up this way. Like that. It's really pretty. And I'm loving this like soft blushy thing. Okay, I'm gonna pat this off. So it left a really nice stain on my lips, which I love. So that'll be there like when I get done eating tonight. It'll be perfect. Let's talk about these candy glaze from YSL. I have 3 of them here. And let me first start out by saying, like, these are beautiful. And I would love to receive this as a gift. I just think these are so pretty. It's a really comfortable kind of a balm formula with color, which is kind of nice. And I have one that doesn't have color. And this is the kind of clear one that everybody's like dying over. It feels like a lip treatment. It feels like your lips are in this comfy little cocoon and they're not going to shrivel and dry up. It's just really hydrating. And what I forgot to tell you was these are engravable. You can give these as gifts to the people in your life that like lipstick or like lip balms, because that's kind of what these are. They're all sheer colors. There's a pink one that I'll have to find. I showed you the 90s brown. You've seen the rosy tone one. I'll figure it out. I think those are the ones that are at Sephora. There may be more on the YSL website, so you can check that out too. But it's the Candy Glaze, not to be confused with the Shine Voluptés that they've always had. For some reason, they're not sticky, but you feel like it's gonna last, like it's there, and it's not going anywhere, which I love. Okay, just wanted to say that. Okay, let's take down the crazy hair things. And let's do a little breakdown of what we did today and add any little things that we want to add. Michelle did such a good job on my hair today. It's so, love it. I love her. I'm going to link her. Okay. Let's start with the foundation, the Prada. I know it's expensive. I really do. I got all excited last week with the new Shiseido, the Revitaliscence Skin Glow Foundation. I guess I'm having a reaction to it because I broke out into pimples like all over my forehead, which is, I haven't had a pimple in a very long time. I feel like if you're going to go through menopause, like pimples should be out of the question, but apparently they're not. And I had like a whole bunch of them up here and they went away when I stopped using the foundation. So I'm kind of like, if you don't have like really sensitive skin, this is the prettiest foundation, you guys. Shiseido makes fabulous, fabulous foundations, all kinds of base products. It is so good. And they have a great sun line. It's a great brand. Love it, love it. This Prada has really impressed me. It is not doing anything that I would be sad about. And I haven't even put powder on yet. So let's try powder. I'm going to put a little glow powder on first. I'm not really using like highlighters anymore as much as I'm using like luminizers. I take like the biggest, fluffiest brush possible. Swish it around in here. This is from the Lotus Chantecaille. Until I'm really loving it. You can still find this at some places, but I'm going to be reviewing maybe tomorrow the Chantecaille Radiant Glow Blur powder in the pink color. It's really pretty. I've not tried it on yet. So I just like to pat on only on the perimeter so I don't look like I'm coming from outer space or anything. Do it like on your chest, a little on your neck. Don't forget your ears. Ooh. I love that lippy. I want to stain my lips every day. I need like 20 of these. I need these in my car. I need it like in every room. That's how good it feels. Super cushiony. And I think it does have like at the beginning, it does have like a little bit of that plum smell. And whatever this is you could just annoy people with it. Oh, if you have little kids around. All right, so this is the luminizer. So it just gives me kind of that soft focus glow. And I like that. I like this look. I'm happy with it. I think that this eye situation is beautiful. I think these are really, really pretty. The other one, if you can get your hands on it, that I bought, that I really love, that I've been wearing, is the number 100 Store Dolls. I'm going to swatch it for you. This one has 1 shimmer and 3 mattes. And they are so soft, you guys. Can you see that? Prettiest palette. Just your basic, beautiful, neutral. I'm a neutrals girl. Every day of the week. I love the fact that this could be, oh, actually this one has some radiance too. Okay. The one on the top, it's so light. I didn't realize from just now. It is a shimmer, so you get 2 and 2 with this one also. So these are the 2 that I recommend. I do not recommend number 9, 10 because I don't know what you do with gold that just doesn't stick to anything and it's in clumps. I don't get it, and I don't think you should get it either. Literally and figuratively. Okay. All right, let's break down the look. So, love the foundation. I'm very happy with it. It sets by itself. It doesn't look cakey. I didn't have to powder, which I like, even though I probably should. Let's powder. Let's powder so it lasts longer. I'm going to pull out the Sicily because it's my favorite middle of the face powder. Okay, when the sale happens, Sephora has these sponges. I think they're $5, so at the sale they'll be $4. And anywhere you want to put this, to just take the shine away. And then what I always do is I hit myself with a little bit of the Soft Focus Hourglass spray. That is hydrating. that I love. So the eyes I love. I think they're really, really pretty. I'm very into the lip. We did the phytosurgeons for the cheeks. They have a website. You can use PayPal. They're mailing everything from Canada to here. Guys, it's a brand you want to support. Check out their Instagram, phytosurgeons. I will list it below, and go get to know them. And they're just so funny. And the neatest part of it is they open up the curtain and they really show you the behind the scenes guts of like what goes on into having your own brand and making everything yourself and not having to answer to a big Sephora or anything like that. They're just a fabulous couple. They are amazing team. Their products are fantastic. They listen, they hear what people are saying, and the formulas are 100% unique, and we'll be doing more of them as time goes on. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of them, and there's one that's a nice like 90s brown that I love. You guys, the thing about these is this is like walking around all day with like a treatment on your lips. It's amazing. This is more of a rosy tone, which I think will be very pretty at this. But they also have a clear. Like if I wanted to wear that Kaja lip oil and I like the color of it, I could put this clear stuff just to get some shine. I could grab a liner. Since this tends to go like kind of into like the pinks, guys, we got to talk about something first. Okay, there are things at Sephora that people just don't talk about, and I am going to talk about it with you because you are going to be at the sale soon. The gel lip liners that are the Sephora Collection brand, I have like 1,000 of them. I mean, they are the best. They stay on great. You get a built-in sharpener. They don't get any better, and they're not expensive. And during the sale, they're 30% off. It's crazy. There's a few things that we're going to talk about from Sephora Collection. Now, this is one of the only times when I will kind of overline. Not to the point where it looks like somebody like kissed me and messed up my makeup. And I do a tiny little bit over there, just to kind of give it a little frame. But ooh, I'm liking that right now. Are you? I'm liking that right now. I like this clear. But you can go with a different color. I pulled out the Lisa Eldridge with the pink and the gold. I thought would be pretty with this look. You could really do almost anything. It's such like a versatile looking look. All right, I pulled these since I'm wearing a cream blush. Sometimes I like to top it with a powder blush to make it last longer. So I have these Givenchy Prison Libre blushes. They're like this cute little snacky size. And this is the number 2. People think, oh, this is going to be such a mess. I'm not going to be able to deal with it. It's no more messy than any other makeup that we have. It can all be messy. So you get like this cute little dispenser. I always like kind of shake it around and tap it off. And you go into the cheek that way. But what I want to do is I want to show you the colors. All right, so this was number 2, Taffeta's Rose. I think this is going to be the one that we're going to want. And you can see there's 4 different colors of powder in here. I don't care if it's gimmicky, it's fun. And Givenchy makes fabulous blushes, so why not, you know? I just think that it's an easy choice. This one is the lightest number one. It's got almost like a purpley pink to it. I think this is going to be too, not the right color for what we want. And then I also picked up number 5. I don't know what these names are. I can't read them, but I'll put these on the screen. This is number 5. It's probably my favorite. I don't pick favorites, obviously, because I'm a teacher, so no way. This, I think, is going to give me the depth of color that I'm looking for in that family. You can tap these off on your hand. You can tap them off back in the container. And all I'm going to do is just go right here, just to put it right by my eye. I don't know why. I never go past my pupil for blush. And because our faces are going this way, you want to pull the blush up this way. You can bring it up into here so that it all kind of zhuzhes together. But anyway, these are fun. And you push that back in, and then you just have to get it to catch. And it clicks, and you're done with that. I mean, they're so fun. Love the Guerlain, you guys, in every single color. You can go crazy with these. I also, if you're caring about it for the sale, I love their Prism Libre powder. And just while we're on the Prism Libre thing, the concealer, I didn't love the foundation, but I love the concealer, and I kind of use it as foundation on like a no makeup day. We'll do that too. But this pink powder called number 3, Vole Rosé. I took Spanish. I just don't get, I have no idea. It's number 3. This is great powder for underneath the eyes because it's got pink in it. It's very brightening. Just put a little bit on. Make sure you have flattened out your under eye before you do this. And you just press it in instead of the whole baking situation. Nobody needs that much powder. Okay, now at Ulta, they have these awesome makeup applicator little corner thing Q-tips. I use them to clean up every time. So I'll go down here and I'll literally pull like this. I mean, not hard, to get that shape going. And then I'll go on the other side here. So you just kind of like give yourself a little bit of another lift. I use the small side to go in, take out any eyeliner. Oh, we didn't put eyeliner on. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. This is the Natasha Denona, she has a name for this, Macro Tech Crayon. You guys, these are amazing. I like these in my waterline. I have every Victoria Beckham liner, and I use them constantly. I really do. There's something about this one when I'm just going in the waterline that I really like. And when I tightline, I like to do it from this side because I have a huge waterline. Who knew? So all I'm doing is going in between my lashes, and it makes your mascara look like you are even more lashy. What's the difference, huh? You can also just add liner like this at night if you're gonna go from work to somewhere fun. And I always go a little bit more on that outer part of my eye. so I get that lift. I think that's it. I am going to be doing lots of videos that will help you choose things from the Sephora sale if you're interested, just kind of keeping that in mind. But a lot of what I use is not from Sephora. I have things that are from the brand itself. I have things from Beautylish. I have things from Ulta, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Bergdorf. I think I'm going to do the membership at Selfridges because there's just been too many releases in Europe that we have to wait too long for lately. Lines like that aren't sold in America. You can get them. It's kind of an interesting new world now. I mean, like, we're all sort of sharing our ideas, and I love the fact that there are people from all over the world on these channels together talking about all of this great stuff. And the one thing, I wanted to mention this to you. Charlotte finally allowed Pillow Talk matte blush to go to Sephora. She had it on her site as an exclusive before. I nearly fainted when I saw it the other day. I literally like open it up, push a little product and close it because it'll dry out. You see like it comes up to the top. And then I'm just going to put this on for you guys to see the color because it's just amazing. Do this over here. Make sure it's turned back. Stick it in. And I think we'll just go back at the same brush we had before. But it just blends in perfectly. Ta-da! I hope this was helpful. I hope that you had a good time. I hope that you saw some things that you'd like to explore. You can leave your comments down below if there are brands you want me to review, or if there's a makeup technique that you want to learn. I am happy to oblige any of those kinds of requests. If you're looking for, you know, a foundation or a concealer, I can help with that. I've tried a lot of makeup. I try a lot of makeup, a lot. And I'm very picky about what I choose, first of all, to buy. Like, you're never going to really come to my channel and it's not going to be, if I'm not going to use all of them, I'm not buying all of them. Like, these Givenchy blushes, I bought one. And then after I had the one, I was like, this is great. This is great powder to put over all of my cream blushes. Done. Perfect. I'm a very discerning shopper, and I am not going to waste my money on things that I think are going to fail. I'm not saying that things are always going to be perfect, because they're not. But knowing ahead of time that you're not going to like something, like you're not going to see me try a powder matte foundation. It's just not going to happen. I am who I am. I have developed my taste. I am willing to go down the road of, you know, what's in and what's not. I can't do like the huge dark brown around the lips thing. Like, there's just certain things where I know that they're going to look really dated. And I don't really care what everybody else is wearing. I have to figure out how to make this work for me. I mean, to me, this is the same effect that you would get of a sexy eye if it had the wing. And the only way I would say that I do a wing ever. I have a couple very, very, very tiny little brushes from Sigma. And I will go into an eyeshadow, not a liquid liner or anything. Here, let me go into the dark matte. Tapping off. Going in right at the lash line. And you can just sort of bring it out. And because it's shadow, it builds very slowly. But you'll see, you can have a wingish. I love wingish. Just not a crazy liner one that's going to be skipping all over my wrinkles. I mean, my eyes look completely different when they're down than when they're up, than when they're looking here or there, where you're looking around. And it's just, the wing just, it's like my ship has sailed on the wing liner. So, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me, and I have so much stuff in my possession that I will be sharing with you over the days and weeks to come. I'm going to try to upload most every day. I also have a blog that I do on michellebernstein.beauty. I'd love it if you join me on Instagram. I do funny stuff. I put stories. I hit sales are on there. If there's a deal for something, maybe a new release that's coming out that I want to share with you. I will also put things in the community tab if it's still going to be there. They're like making some changes, so I'm hoping that that will be, you're not going to be able to do clickable links, I think, anymore. So you'll be taken to my page, and then I'll have all of the different things that you can click through when I start becoming an affiliate and all of that. Right now, this is just me making videos and hoping that I can meet people like you that came to see the video today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope that you learned something. I hope that it was fun for you or relaxing. These longer videos are just nice to play in the background, and I don't want to assault anybody with, I'm screaming, after work, after kids, after whatever. This is your time. Take it. And they have a deal where you get like this express free shipping thing if you pay I think it's $65 for the year. And if you're going to be ordering from them a lot, like if you're very into the brand Suku, you can't buy it here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had a really good time hanging out with you. I hope that you will come back, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I'm uploading. And if you can, share this video with somebody that you're friends with or someone that you think might like it. Want to start to grow our community here. I want it to be a really calm, supportive place where we're sharing ideas and finding different formulas and new items that are out there and things that we can all try. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And when that happens, we'll open up a group on Facebook and get the whole ball rolling so that we can spend some time together. I'll do some live. It starts like this. You can help. And you can help by bringing more people with you, telling your friends about it, looking at videos together, sending them a link, whatever it is that you guys like to do with them. That's it for me. I am going to take my husband out for dinner, and I hope that you all have a really good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.